Welcome to this session. This will be the last part of sketching of exponential functions, and we are concluding by sketching exponential graphs. So we'll do this in a very short period of time because sketching of exponential graphs is very simple, right? It's very simple and straightforward, but tricky somehow. Okay, so let's start. We are looking at graphs of exponential. So exponential graphs. Okay, so what you need to understand, for logarithmic graphs, we said the asymptote is the y-axis, but for exponential, the asymptote is the x-axis. So what we have is this. So the asymptote is the x-axis. So you need just to know the basic graph for an exponential function. So the base graph is like this. This is the basic graph for an exponential function, which is y is equal to, that is x, that is y-axis. So y is equal to 2 to the power x. If you know this, then everything will be very easy for you to sketch. Because from this graph, we get to see that at the point where it crosses the y-axis, x is equal to 0. So y is equal to 2 to the power 0. And 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1. So it crosses at 1. Now let's use this knowledge to sketch. Let's say, what if you've been given y is equal to 2 to negative 2 to the power x. So for this one, okay, we've said the asymptote is the x-axis. Then we have y like that. So for this one, because negative 2, the base is the one which is negative, the graph will be below the x-axis. That is what it means. So the graph will move like that. Okay, so this is what we need to know. Actually, it will be as if it's touching the x-axis but not touching also. So it will move like that. That is the graph for y is equal to negative 2 to the power x. And where it will cross the x-axis, where it will cut the y-axis, that is negative 1. This is how to draw. What if you have y is equal to 2 to the power negative x? So the opposite is actually true for y is equal to 2 to the power x. So this is the asymptote is actually the x-axis as usual. So instead of the graph coming like this, for this one it will be in the opposite direction. So it will come like that. So it will come like that. So this is for y is equal to negative x. Of course, that is the y-axis, that is the x-axis. This is how you get to sketch. Then you can put even the arrow to show that the graph is ever going. Then what if you have, let's say, y is equal to 2 to the power x, then plus 1, 2 to the power x plus 1. How do you get to sketch this? So the x-axis is the asymptote, then we have y like that. So of course it will be like this because x is positive. Then you find at that point where it crosses the y-axis. So in the y-axis, x is equal to 0. So we are going to say y is equal to 2 to the power 0 plus 1. And 2 to the power 0 is just, 0 plus 1, that is 1. Then 2 to the power 1 is just a 2. So where it crosses the y-axis is a 2 there. Let's look at the last scenario, which they can give you. Sometimes they can say maybe y is equal to negative 2, then maybe plus Which value can we put there? Maybe negative 2 plus 3 to the power x. Okay. Then you've been asked to sketch this. How can you sketch this? So this is what we are going to have. So as we've said, the x-axis is the asymptotes, then we have y like that. So the graph, we need first to know how is the graph going to be. Because x is positive there, the graph must come like this. Okay? Because it is positive. So now this one, as you can see, it has been shifted downward. The asymptote, instead of being positive x, instead of passing on y is equal to 0, which is the x-axis, it has been shifted downward. So this won't be the asymptote. This won't be the asymptote. Rather, the asymptote will be, so this will remain as x. Then the asymptote will be now negative 2. At negative 2, that's where you will find the asymptote, because the vertical shift there is saying that shift the graph downward a bit. Okay? So the graph will come like that. Huh? So you need just to find the point there and the point there. So how you get, I'm going to get the point there. For y, in the y-axis, x is equal to 0. You substitute 0 there. So it will be what? 3 to the power 0 is 1. So we're going to have y is equal to negative 2 plus 1. So y is equal to negative 2. So there, the point is negative 1. Negative 1, sorry, not negative 2. The point is negative 1 because negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Then at that point, you equate y to be 0 because in the x-axis, y is equal to 0. So you say 0 is equal to negative 2 plus 3x. So what you're going to have is that 3x is equal to positive 2. To find x, of course, you enter now logs. So you say x is equal to, okay, so I can even erase that. So you're going to have 3x is equal to 2, right? So x log 3 is equal to log 2. Then you divide by log 3 on both sides, log 3. So there you have the point, which is log 2 over log 3. But we've already done log, so that is not even an issue. That is how you get to sketch for exponential functions. And this is the end of exponential functions. Thank you for watching. And if you found this to be helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so that each time a new video is uploaded, you're able to watch. Thank you.